Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Today has been a long ass day. It started with just an easy brake change, and we came into World War III with this truck. Still love it. But when people that own the vehicle before you half-ass do stuff, it tends to make a war with the rest of the world. The truck had a braking issue where when you mash the brakes it wanted to pull hard to one way, and I knew it was the calipers, so I went ahead and ordered new calipers, new pads. What I didn't realize is that the two-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive front rotors are different, but luckily nothing was wrong with the rotors that I had in the truck, so I didn't end up having to wait for anything. I didn't change the rotors. But there's no warpage, no bad grooves or anything in them, because the pads were always good and they never got hot, because I only drove it from like right down the road to here. But as you can, we've got our new rotors, or not shit, we've got our new pads, got our new calipers, new brackets, both sides. Come around here, as you can see, lots of tools on the floor. I'll explain why here in a minute. But both sides are done. Now on to what I was saying. If you're gonna do a job, don't half-ass it, do it the right way. These have always been on here and I've always contemplated taking them off, and these were our wheel spacers. We had 3-inch wheel spacers, and this wasn't from me, this is just, I guess, from over time. I mean, I never had any issues with them other than the fact of today when I tried to take them off. This one, still usable. This one, not so much. As you can see, I had to cut a huge chunk out because they use the factory lug nuts to put these on, which is what you're supposed to do. Except for this one right here. They had used an acorn nut, acorn lug nut, whatever you want to call them, right here. But when they put it on, it was the wrong thread pattern, so they ended up cross-threading it on there. And while they were cross-threading it on there, they stripped it. So there was no way for me to get it out. So as you can see by the assortment of tools over here, we had the angle grinder, we had the Sawzall, a bunch of shit over there. I ended up having to cut the groove to get down to the bolt, drill holes in it, chisel it, beat it, bang it, boom it, everything I could do to get it out. And I made it my bitch. But needless to say, that spacer was no longer being used. And that's going to lead to taking the back ones off, and then we'll be sitting factory width with the 20x12s on it, which is what I originally wanted to do from the get-go. But today just pushed that on a little faster. So no more wheel spacers, and everything's doing good. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to go to the store and get a tool for these said lug nuts, and have to like grind them down a little bit to get these burrs off of them, but they'll work perfectly fine. And then we put the wheels back on, and hopefully with the tool that I go pick up tomorrow, it'll be easier getting the back off than it was the front, because with the fronts I ended up having to beat an 18mm socket onto the end of these. As you can see, they're a little chewed up on the ends. Focus or not. Focus my big head. Anyway, as you can see, they're a little chewed up on the end, but I can hit a flap disc just to knock those burrs off and they'll work perfectly fine, like I said. But this is the first step into getting work done on the truck. Next we will be handling the back window. Let's see, you might be able to see out here. I don't know, this is a bunch of tape right here. I was hauling some trees in the back, and I dumped one in with the bucket of the tractor, and it bounced and just destroyed the back glass. So what I'm going to be doing is, one, I can't see out of the back glass because it's got a wall in it, and two, in the Ford truck, you take the glass from the inside, there's a rubber lip that goes over the edge, and I can't get to that lip because of the wall in the truck. And no, I'm not taking the wall out to change the back window. So what I'm going to be doing, I've got this 4x8 sheet metal right here. I'm going to make a template of the back window area, and I'm going to take some 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch square tubing, make some braces, and I'm going to be welding a piece of sheet metal in where the whole back glass area is, and then when I go to paint the truck, or however I decide to do the truck, I will paint over that as well. But that's been today's fiasco. When I took dinner break, I was watching Gavin's video, It's Just a 6, and he was having lug nut problems with his McLaren, so I don't feel as bad fighting this thing today, knowing that somebody else feels my pain. But with that said, appreciate you guys watching. Step 1 to getting the 250 radio for Sundown 2021 is on the way. I'll let you guys on the next one.